And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. As always, it's great to have you with us tonight. I'm Max Winitz. First tonight, the vessel belonging to two teenage boys who went missing on a fishing trip off the Florida coast has been discovered along with one of their cell phones. The parents of Perry Cohen say the 19-foot boat was spotted 100 miles off the coast of Bermuda. The boat still had some personal items in it, including an iPhone belonging to the other boy, Austin Stefanos. Last July, 14-year-old Stefanos and Cohen left Jupiter Inlet and they never returned. The Coast Guard initially located the boat off of New Smyrna Beach, but the company hired by the Coast Guard to bring the boat back couldn't find it. Now to another story about a boat. An Italian cargo ship over a century old is clinging to life in Manatee County's Cortez Village after nearly sinking in a storm earlier this year. ABC 7's Adam Shalini joins us in the studio with more on the story. Adam?
Max, thank you. The Florida Institute for Saltwater Heritage in Cortez is desperate to accelerate the restoration project of this ship before hurricane season hits this summer. This ship next to the Cortez Bridge may just look like a seafood shack marketing tool, but for Rick Stewart, it's much more.
The largest project I've undertaken in my life.
A project which nearly ended in January when a storm sunk the 146-year-old San Francesco for 3 days.
I was knee deep on the deck. There was seaweed, waves crashing over the deck. Frankly, it was rather terrifying. I just thought, now what?
The San Francesco came to Cortez after stints in both Europe and the Caribbean. As part of a restoration effort, Stewart is leading on behalf of the Florida Institute for Saltwater Heritage. Now he's racing to get the ship landside before hurricane season.
Right now I'm reaching out to the public and I'm asking for help. Help in donations. We're trying to raise $20,000 before June 1st so that we can get the boat out of the water and have safety.
Stewart and fellow Fish board members founded the Cortez Classic Yacht Guild, a registered nonprofit to help raise tax-deductible donations and repurpose the former cargo ship.
We're looking to restore it for the purpose of educating the public about the importance of clean water and the fishing industry in Cortez.
I think something like that gets the attention initially of the people, and then when you tell them why you're here with that ship, I think, you know, as you go to different ports, if you talk to them about how important the fresh water is, the clean water is.
Before it's a beacon for conservation, the vessel will serve as a teaching tool at Fish Boat Works for volunteer boat builders. Now, moving the ship will be a process. Crews must tow it under the Cortez Bridge to the Cortez Kitchen restaurant, where a crane and hydraulic trailer will transport it to its new landside home. Max, back to you.
All right, Adam, thanks so much. A lot of discussion about this today on social media, but no need to be alarmed if you spotted a lot of smoke off the interstate today. The large plume of smoke east of I-75 near Fruitville Road in Sarasota County was all part of a controlled burn. The controlled agriculture burn started around 9 this morning. Although yesterday was the official date for Earth Day, many organizations here on the Suncoast celebrating the holiday today. The Sarasota County chapter of Students Working Against Tobacco hosting an Earth Day cleanup on Siesta Beach this morning. The event is to raise awareness for the importance of protecting the earth and keeping it clean.
We do the beach cleanup because we want to raise more awareness about how tobacco litter can actually really affect our environment. Cigarettes are the most littered item in the world, so it's definitely something, you know, that can impact our soil. Wildlife can eat them. There's, you know, a lot of different consequences that can happen to our environment.
The cleanup also featured a display of 89 pairs of shoes. It acts as a reminder of the 89 people that die each day here in the state of Florida because of tobacco-related illnesses. All right, time now to get a first look at our forecast. Let's head on over to Wendy Ross. Wendy?
And Max, there were no complaints today. It was absolutely gorgeous all day long. Nothing but sunshine across our viewing area. And as you can see, almost the entire state reporting clear skies and beautiful, beautiful conditions even at this hour. So there's nothing to show you as far as radar is concerned. We've had a couple of light sprinkles that have been reported over the central part of the state, but they are not doing anything. They're not coming in our direction. 79 degrees for us right now. We've got our humidity at 54%. Winds are coming in out of the west-northwest at around 15 miles per hour. So the winds continue to be a factor, and they are going to stay strong at least for the next several hours. Around the state, we've got temperatures in the 70s right now, and of course across our area, 70s and even some 80s. Well east, out on east of I-75. So for the rest of tonight, we're looking at our temperatures to stay in the 70s with nothing but fair skies. And we'll let you know what tomorrow is going to bring. We've got the forecast coming up in just a minute. Matt?
All right, Wendy, thank you. While the principal of Venice High School recovers from his injuries after an alleged drunk driving accident, there's at least one Suncoast resident who thinks the Sarasota County School District needs to send a very important message to students sooner than later. ABC 7's Ray Collins has the latest on this ongoing story.
This is the time to teach kids, you make a mistake, you pay the consequences.
Martin Hyde of Sarasota is talking about Venice High School principal Jack Turgeon, who has been charged with DUI and careless driving. Last month, the Florida Highway Patrol says Turgeon left Siesta Key about 1:30 a.m. early Sunday morning, came over the Stickney Point Bridge, and they say his Jeep crashed into a stop sign and utility pole just east of Avenue D. Turgeon was rushed to the hospital with injuries. FHP says his blood alcohol level was at .211, which is 2.5 times the legal limit.
When somebody gets in a car with .211 as certified by the FHP and drives a car, somebody that's supposed to be an example to our kids, a principal of a school who's showing no principle, as far as I'm concerned, case closed.
But the case is far from closed. In fact, it's still wide open. A school district spokesman wouldn't go on camera, but issued a brief statement that said, while we take the charges very seriously, our immediate concern is for the health of Mr. Turgeon. We wish him a continued successful recovery from the accident as he remains on medical leave from the district. Supporters say Turgeon is innocent until proven guilty, but Hyde disagrees.
Due process is fine, but unless you can find me the person that siphoned all that alcohol down his throat, this is a very serious matter, and it's one that the school board has the opportunity to show the consequences of bad decisions.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Ray, thank you. April is Autism Awareness Month, and today the Sarasota Manatee Association for Riding Therapy held an event to benefit those with the disorder. Today, the ranch hosted a day of relaxation for friends and families of those with autism. The event had local jazz and reggae bands, face painting, and lots of food. Donations to the campaign will directly benefit children with autism within the association's therapeutic riding programs.
For every $50 raised from this event, a child with autism is benefited through the Miracle Belt. The organization today, we have reached our goal. We will help over 125 children with autism through SMART and through their affiliate partners.
SMART's programs provide children and adults with special needs different opportunities to exercise their bodies and their minds through therapeutic horseback riding. The Guardian Retirement Championship at the Sarah Bay Golf Club continuing as part of the Symetra Golf Tour today. It's the 5th year for the tournament. The event brings in 144 lady professional golfers from all over the world. Coordinators say the Suncoast is an ideal location for the tournament.
It's just obviously a fantastic golf area. We've always gotten a tremendous amount of support from the community, and it fits into the schedule as we kind of start in the south, we move up into the Carolinas, and then up into the Midwest.
Today was the second day of the 3-day event. The final day of the tournament is tomorrow at the golf club. And volleyball players from around the country came together today for the Spalding Big Shot Volleyball Tournament. Men, women, juniors, and college athletes competed on 25 different courts on the beach. The event took over Siesta Beach this morning, and it will continue tomorrow. Still to come here tonight on ABC7, Ohio on alert. A massive manhunt underway for the person responsible for killing 8 family members. We'll have the latest on the investigation when we come back. But first, we'll take a live look at our Osprey cam. Oh, it is feeding time. Mother feeding her new baby. The baby getting bigger each and every day. The baby's name is Sunny, if you didn't know by now. If you'd like to check in on our resident Osprey, just log on to our website, mysuncoast.com.
Express yourself in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus ES 350 for only $299 or enjoy 0.9% APR. Just $299 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Good morning, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. Telekinesis is no longer just the stuff of magic shows.
How scientists at the University of Florida want to make mind control much more popular. That's Monday on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
Well, we're going to look at a nice, beautiful weekend of weather and a week ahead as well. We'll detail that forecast for you bright and early.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
The home at 19 Walker Court. The agent. The rolling of sleeves. The look over. The look under. The application of dirt under fingernails. Turning over every rock. Turning over every chimney. Checking the nooks, checking the crannies, checking the walls. The floors, the gutters, the doors. Finding the flaw. Calling the specialist. Fixing it, cleaning it, prepping it, painting it, listing it, showing it, selling it. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
At Sunset Subaru, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2016 Subaru Forester for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at the new redesigned Sunset Subaru dealership in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hey Vanna, have you heard about the new Wheel of Fortune lottery game?
You bet. It's the ticket for some lucky lottery players to come here to Hollywood.
For a chance to participate in a private, non-broadcast taping of Wheel of Fortune with us.
Play the Florida lottery game for a chance to win up to $250,000 instantly. And enter to win a VIP trip to Hollywood for a chance to win up to $1 million. Non-winning tickets only.
Play the new Wheel of Fortune game today.
Scratch, spin, and win.
Express yourself in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new 2016 Lexus IS 200T for only $299 or enjoy 0.9% APR. Just $299 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Welcome back. The manhunt continues to find the person who killed 8 family members in Ohio. Police in Piketon, Ohio say most were shot execution style while they slept. 7 adults and a 16-year-old boy were found dead at 4 different crime scenes. They were all members of the Rodin family. Police suspect all the victims had been targeted, but there's no apparent motive. Ohio Governor and presidential candidate John Kasich said today that justice will be delivered to the remaining family members. Meanwhile, in Georgia, 5 victims and a suspect are dead after 2 shootings. Deputies say 3 victims were found shot and killed in one home on Friday night. 2 more victims were found dead at another home just a half a mile away. Authorities believe Wayne Anthony Hawes is to blame. He shot and killed himself after trying to set his home on fire. Officials believe some of the victims were related to his wife. A frenzy of campaigning in the race for the White House. 5 new contests are just days away. All the candidates are out today, including Donald Trump, addressing those comments about who he really is.
If I acted presidential, I guarantee you that this morning I wouldn't be here.
Not exactly changing his tone. GOP frontrunner Donald Trump on the campaign trail in Connecticut, addressing comments from his staff suggesting his over-the-top rhetoric is just an act.
When he's out on the stage, he's projecting an image that's for that purpose.
In audio obtained by the New York Times, Trump's new campaign chief promises Republican officials that the billionaire will tone things down. But the candidate doesn't seem to be on board with that plan.
I sort of don't like toning it down.
His supporters seem split.
It seems authentic. He just seems very authentic.
Personally hoping that he sounds a little bit more presidential than he has in the past. Because I do like what he stands for, but I don't like the way he's been saying it.
Meanwhile, his main rival, Ted Cruz, accusing Trump of lying.
What's amazing is Donald is telling us that he's lying to us. He is betraying us before the election and giving us a preview.
Can you describe what you mean by
Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton sitting down with voters face to face in Connecticut.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you as president.
Well, with your help, we'll get there.
Her rival Bernie Sanders stumping in Maryland, one of 5 states headed to the polls on Tuesday.
And on Tuesday, the people of Maryland can say it is time for a political revolution.
Now, Hillary Clinton does lead in the polls in most of the states voting on Tuesday. The Democrats have 409 delegates at stake. Honors and celebrations extend into the weekend for the music legend known as Prince. Fans keep streaming over to his Minnesota compound where the singer was discovered dead on Thursday morning. Another all-night dance party will happen again tonight in downtown Minneapolis at the historic First Avenue Club. And the world just continues to mourn his death. Such a loss.
And a lot of people don't realize what an exceptional businessman he was. He was truly a wonderful businessman, a true talent, and certainly I know that everyone is experiencing that pain of loss.
Absolutely.
Well, what we are looking at right now across our viewing area is an absolutely gorgeous day, and everyone is getting to benefit from it. Olivia Josephine was at the beach. She caught this incredible picture at Siesta Key Beach of an osprey. We don't think it's our osprey. We don't think it's Sarah or Soda. We believe that this is an osprey who's gone fishing for someone else, but there you go. He's actually got a catch. Can you imagine? 79. That was a great picture, Olivia. 79 degrees for us right now. The dew point is moderate. The humidity is fairly moderate as well at 54%. The winds are coming in out of the west-northwest at around 15 miles per hour. We're going to continue to see those temperatures on the going down for tonight with our temperature low last night at 70 degrees, and we're going to see pretty much the same thing again tonight. 84 was our daytime high, so it was warm out there, and the central part of the state also seeing some very warm temperatures. The southeast could be seeing temperatures in the 90s even right now, just away from the coastline, but we're already looking at upper 80s in West Palm Beach and Miami. Across our viewing area, temperatures right here at the beaches are in the 70s, and then you get away from the water and we're looking at temperatures mostly in the 80s. Across the region, we've seen a lot of temperatures in the low 70s right at the water line, but once again, you get away from the Gulf of Mexico and you're seeing much warmer conditions taking place. Our satellite radar imagery showing that we don't have any rain. There aren't any clouds out there, so we don't have any way of producing some rain. And I know many of you want to see the showers coming on in, and we may get the chance, a slow, low chance of rain Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming week. And the reason for it could be a frontal system, which may help to bring about some showers. Right now, it appears as though this front may stall out beginning during the early part of the week, and we're going to watch it continue to move on in. As it does so, it could produce some very rough weather over portions of Texas again on Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming week. This is what it looks like rain-wise for us. We may see a couple of showers developing out in the Atlantic and then starting to track over to the west coast of Florida. Florida. Our chances for rain for the next 24-hour period are not looking very great. We may get a sprinkler or two, but it appears as though it's going to be drier over the next couple of days, with again our rain chance coming in on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to see some patchy fog over the inland areas tonight as an inversion is taking place. We've got sunny and warm conditions for Sunday, and just a little change coming up in the week with that possibility of some rain showers again on Tuesday and Wednesday of this upcoming week. So this is what we can expect over the next several days. We've got temperatures in the mid-80s. Our overnight lows will be in the 60s, and again that 20 to 30% chance of rain just during the mid part of the week for this upcoming week. Max?
Now, sports.
All right, Wendy, thank you. After winning 4 of their last 5, a roadblock in the Bronx for the Rays last night as the Yankees took care of business 6-3. Today, Tampa Bay relying on a new arm to lead them to victory. Top pitching prospect Blake Snell called up from Durham, making his big league debut, and Snell was stellar. He went 5 innings, striking out 6 and giving up just 1 run on only 2 hits. Bottom 5 now, tied up at 1. Kevin Kiermaier, he goes yard, and it hits off the foul pole. The Rays would take a 2-1 lead against Masahiro Tanaka. The Yanks threatening, though, in the 7th. Bases loaded, Brett Gardner nails the liner off of Xavier Cedeno. A run will score on the infield hit. The game is tied up at 2. In the 9th, Gardner again, this time against Erasmo Ramirez, and he makes the Rays walk off the field as he blasts the game winner into the right field stands. That's the ball game. The Yanks take game 2 of the series 3-2. It will be these same 2 teams tomorrow at 1:05. The Lightning continuing to wait patiently for the playoff series between the Panthers and the Islanders to wrap up. They'll play either the Panthers or the Islanders in the next round. A double overtime thriller last night in Sunrise as the Islanders took game 5 of the series 2-1. Alan Quine with the game winner. The Isles now lead the series 3-2 and can wrap it up tomorrow night in Brooklyn with a victory. If the Panthers win, the series will return to Sunrise for game 7. Steph Curry is a go for the Warriors on Sunday. The reigning NBA MVP has been sidelined with a sprained ankle, and he did not play in the last 2 games against the Houston Rockets. Golden State leads the best-of-7 series 2-1. Game 4 can be seen right here on ABC 7 tomorrow at 3:30. Down in Miami, the U's top running back is in trouble off the field. Mark Walton has been suspended by the university after he was cited for driving under the influence. Walton may face additional charges. A person familiar with the situation told the Associated Press that Walton is also under investigation for impersonating a law enforcement officer. Last season, the freshman led Miami with 9 rushing touchdowns. That's a look at sports. We'll have more news after the break.
On the next Black Almanac.
As the numbers in New York rolled in, Secretary Clinton emphatically declared the race for the Democratic nomination is in the home stretch and victory is in sight. After the sound drubbing of Senator Sanders, can she now pivot and move on to the general election? First, there's Bernie and his legion of followers, or the White House remains a dream deferred.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7. Have you ever wondered what it's like to save a life? Find out by donating platelets at Suncoast Blood Bank.
I'm Haley Wilgus, ABC 7. Platelets aid in the clotting process and are vital in the treatment of cancer and surgical patients, trauma victims, and critically ill newborns. It's tough to keep enough on the shelves because they only last 5 days. To donate, call this number or visit scbb.org and you can help save a life.
ABC 7 congratulates Suncoast Blood Bank on 65 years of serving our community. At ABC 7, it's all about being here for you. Introducing ABC 7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Do you have trouble clearing out your home of all your clutter? I'm Linda Carson. Monday on Suncoast View, we have a professional organizer here to give us tips on how to keep our homes free of all that clutter, what to toss out. Celebrity makeup artist Mickey Williams will be here with all the latest beauty must-haves, and Canine Corral is here to tell us how you can find your dog's DNA.
Monday at 4 on ABC7 Suncoast View. Smart, fun talk. That's everything Suncoast.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
The spring clearance event is going on now, and the prices are hotter than ever at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Drive America's hottest SUV, a new Jeep Cherokee, for just $19,999. Lease a new Compass for just $199 a month with no tricks, no gimmicks. Just $799 total due at signing. Or buy a new 2000 Jeep Patriot for just $15,799. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
And finally tonight, you could call this an unusual birthday request for a 6-year-old boy from Boston. Jasper Rose is skipping birthday gifts this year altogether. Instead, he wants money to donate to sea turtle rescue programs. You see, he loves sea turtles and he frequently visits the aquarium, as you see here, with his family. So far, he's raised about $550 for the New England Aquarium's Sea Turtle Rescue Program. Very, very good job.
And what a fantastic way to start your life. Just thinking of others.
Yes.
And thinking how to help make the world a better place.
He's going to be a fine young man.
Yes, he is. Good for him. Good for him. Well, you know, I just want to say, if you're heading to the beach tomorrow, it'll be a beautiful but hot day. Keep that in mind. Temperatures are going to be back up in the mid-80s.
All right.
Lots of sunshine.
We'll see you back here at 11.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. Introducing ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community, with a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. Monday on ABC7 News at 7.
There's a million people here anyway. So what difference does it make for 1 month? There's 1.5 million.
The Suncoast is the land of spring training, but could it soon be the home of the Braves? Find out what Northport is doing to bring the Atlanta team here and how the move could impact the area. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.